Hello, everyone. I'm Carrie George with CIBN TV from CIBNConnect.com. And today we're going to be talking about how to speak easy. And we're going to be covering a little bit about our speakers program at CIBN Connect. You're going to want to stay tuned to find out how you can easily be doing speaking events and get the practice that you need. So hang on and join us in just a few minutes. Go get your popcorn. This is going to be a good one. Carrie George with CIBN Connect, and I got to tell you, I'm so excited today because I am here with some of my favorite peeps in the world. These are some of the people who have been speaking at CIBN events, and so I'm going to start adding them here to the screen here so you can see them all and see if I got everybody. Let's see, that's 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all of us. Okay, great. Wonderful. So these are some of our members at CIBN Connect who have been speaking at our events, our small groups that we have. We put on over 500 events a year. And then also we do summits every year. We've done 4 to 8 a year. And these are some of the fabulous folks who've been speakers for CIBN. So I'm going to ask them what their experience has been like. I think I'll pick on let's see, Wendy Kraft, I'll get you to go first. What's it been like being a speaker for CIBN and being in front of all these folks? What has it done for your business?
Well, I'm telling you what, it's being a part of CIBN in the having the ability to speak in front of everyone and decide what we're going to talk on. The platform is easy to use. Everything is all set up, and then we just go give our talk. So when we do that, of course, all the guests are hearing us and our expertise and the things that we're sharing and teaching. So it's been an amazing opportunity and has helped me connect with top leaders in the industry and have for long-term results and relationships. So I'm absolutely loving it. Thanks, Carrie.
Awesome. And have you been a member for a while, Wendy? How long has this been helpful to you?
I think since they invented stone soup, it's been a little while.
It's been a minute, hasn't it? And you've been with us for years now. So, and you keep coming back, so it must be working. That's good news. All right, Valerie Holden, why don't you join us here for a minute and tell us what has your experience been like as being part of the speakers program, being able to talk to different groups?
Before I joined the speakers program, I had done my own little webinars, which might get like one person. And being part of this group is great because I've got to speak in front of a business, a summit that had business topic. And then I also was in another summit for women. So it was a varied audience. And there was a lot of people that I got to share my topic with. And it was a lot of fun. I'm meeting a lot of people through working with CIBN. It's been great.
Awesome. So good experiences all around. That's great to hear. I've noticed we've got a couple more people popping in here to give us, what their experience has been like. Cliff Morgan, I know that you've been with us for quite some time now, and you've been on the stage quite a few times. You've done different kinds of events with us. What's that been like?
It's been really good over the last 5 years. This November will make 5 years that I've been part of CIBN. It's been a really good experience for me. I've learned quite a bit through CIBN, Carrie's mastermind organization, having an opportunity to put together a presentation and present that to her audience has been very good for me as well. It's given me an opportunity to take a presentation that I've already created and refine that based on the feedback that I get or the reactions or responses that I get through the presentation. It's also helped me with credibility by exposing me to the audience that's available through CIBN. And by doing that, it has helped me actually close new business So it's been a really good experience for me overall, and I've been very appreciative for being part of this.
Awesome. Cliff, I'm going to pick on you a little bit more here. How much business have you gotten? Has it been significant? Have you, I know that you got a personal testimony with CIBN, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Last year, I'm going back in my memory just to try and think what I earned through doing the presentations last year, and also through my affiliation with CIBN. But I think it was somewhere around, I don't know, maybe $40,000.
Perfect. So that's a great start. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Great to hear that it's been working out really good. I'm going to get Gretchen to come up next. I see Gretchen is coming in. Gretchen, where are you coming in from? Oh, we can't hear you. Maybe I'll get you to go out and come back in and see if we can get the sound. Something is shifting on the sound there. So I'll get Alice to go next, and I'll come back to you, Gretchen, in just a minute, okay? Alice, I know you've done quite a few speaking events at CIBN. What's it been like?
It's been great. Having the opportunity to get in front of a group of people and actually tell them what I do and answer their questions. It's really helped me to be able to better, put together the presentation in a way that explains what I do better, because, until you get up and actually have a chance to understand what questions people are going to have and how you're going to have those responses for them, you don't know what you're doing. So when you actually have the chance to do that the first time, which is really, really rather scary, the first time you get up and actually present in front of a group, and everyone at CIBN is extremely wonderful and very caring and helpful about helping you through that process. And they give great feedback and are wonderful about the questions that they ask and support you through the whole process, so that the next time that you get up and give a presentation, you have more confidence and you're better able to do it because of all the feedback everyone has given you. So it has been a wonderful experience.
I'm so glad that you shared that, because sometimes people think this is just for professional speakers, and it's not. It's for any business owner who really wants to get more practice. Because what if you did get that great boardroom that was, full of the people that you needed, or the clients that are going to make this decision, and, you haven't had any practice, you're going to blow it. So this gives that opportunity to be practiced and be ready. We're super excited, to hear that feedback, because that's exactly why this program exists. It's not just for the speaker that's trying to grow their influence and get on more stages. It's also for, the person who's just kind of figuring out speaking and deciding that they want to do more of that. Mikhail, I'm going to get you up next. Share with us what has been your experience being in front of others and being able to share on the stage at CIBN. What has got you excited?
Absolutely. Can you hear me all right?
I can.
Awesome. Great. Well, Carrie, being a part of CIBN has given me a platform to not just sharpen my voice, but also tell my story with confidence. And that's one of the main things that I love about it, because I was able to personally grow professionally and spiritually due to the mentorship and the accountability that I got from the community. And some of my strongest business opportunities and partnerships came directly from the connections that I made here. Flat out, this is the place where people want to see you win, and they also will help you get there. So for me, speaking gives you influence, training gives you confidence, connections give you growth. CIBN gives you all three. That's my experience here with CIBN, Carrie.
That is fabulous. I love that. Love that report. That's awesome. So cool. Okay, so Tiff Loeffler, you've been around for a long time. What has your experience been like? I know you also run some groups at CIBN. Wendy's done that as well. So what has your experience been like as a speaker with the network?
Oh, I love being able to connect with people. I think that's the greatest part about CIBN, is who you get to connect with, because you get to connect with people who have amazing ideas, great businesses, and really awesome hearts. Like, we're so ready, willing, and able to help each other, because there's enough for everybody. And that's what I love. And being able to share experiences and stories and create deeper connections that help, well, of course they help your business, but just also help you with the day to day, because it's not always fun day to day, all the stuff you have to do for business. And maybe sometimes you don't feel that your voice matters, but at CIBN, oh my gosh, everybody's voice is vital and it's amazing. And we also have fun. And I think that's a great thing, that you get to be in a group that you really appreciate being around, not only because you get results in your business, but also you have a really fun time being together. And it's, what are we here for but to be together and have fun and get things done? So I love it.
Awesome. I love that you're covering the fun part, because, it's often the case, business is business. You got lots of stuff going on. You got all these jobs that are happening. You're trying to wear all these hats, but this is a great group where you can actually enjoy and build relationships and have a good time as well. Gretchen, are you able to pop on now and tell us what your experience has been like?
I think so. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Excellent. So you had asked previously where I'm calling in from. So I'm one of your US-based members, and I'm calling from Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C. And so I have spoken at a number of your events, your women's group, and you always do one that I really like at the end of the year, sort of a holiday celebration one. And one of the things I really like about talking about that one is you encourage the speakers to give a gift to the audience. And I think that's a really nice way to give back. That's one of the things that drew me to joining CIBN was just how generous you are, Carrie, with like your information and the different resources you have, and how willing you are to like support everybody. And so it's, I could really get that sense of spirit in your end of year event and all the different speakers. I've certainly gotten gifts from the other speakers and stuff. And I think it's just a good way to, shore up the bonds that you've already formed, or create new bonds, and to get people to have a little taste of what you do. And, I think it's been a really good experience. And your women's group is full of very interesting women that all have very sort of ambitious goals that are doing really interesting, fun things. And so that's always a good group to talk to. And as some of the other people have said, it's a very light, fun group. And some of the feedback on the topics that I've talked about has been great, where people really talk about how much they value the insights and the suggestions that you give. And, there's nothing better than that.
Awesome. I totally agree. We've had a really great time of just bringing people together from all over the place. And I know everyone's from different locations here. Just going to run back quickly here. Valerie, where are you from? Let's tell everybody where you're from. And Wendy, I'll get you unmute for a second. Where are you from? Alice, where are you from? Just pop back on and say where you're from, because people sometimes think there's nobody in my community, but we got people from all over the world at CIBN. Our largest market is USA. Canada is second. UK is next. Valerie, where are you from?
St. George, Utah, down at the bottom of the state.
Awesome. Wendy, where are you from?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Woohoo! Got lots of members from Raleigh. Alice, where are you from?
Just outside of Richmond, Virginia.
Nice. Mikkel?
Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Awesome. And Tiff, where are you coming in from?
Well, I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, but I love that I'm south of Canada, so I can say that I love y'all.
Awesome. And Cliff, where are you coming in from?
Northeastern Tennessee.
Northeastern Tennessee. Awesome. We got lots of our Americans on here today. And now we have Joshua George, who is coming in from Calgary, Alberta. Joshua, I know that you have been part of what we're putting together for the speakers program coming up. What are you excited about coming into the fall season and coming into, the next year and coming years at CIBN? I know you're part of the planning committee. So what's got you jacked up about CIBN right now?
I mean, hey, what's not to be excited about? But let me tell you, there is a lot right now in particular that really just fills me full of energy, because the fact is, speaking, the way that you present yourself and your business This is a fundamental skill set for growing the community that your business deserves. You have got to be able to communicate at a high level. You've got to be able to show up for yourself, for your business. And I'm really excited with this program because I think we're going to elevate the quality of communication that happens at CIBN in a really significant way. And Carrie, if I may, I'd love to give a little context on, who I am and why speaking is so important to me and why I'm so happy about what we're doing now at CIBN. Does that sound good to you?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So just to tell you where I came from in terms of my desire to be an orator, to be a speaker, and where I came from in terms of skill, right? So when I was about 13 years old, I learned for the very first time that public speaking was uncomfortable for some people. I didn't know that. Why didn't I know that? Because when I was a kid, Mom was a pastor. So every Sunday I would watch Mom not only speak in public, but get people riled up, filled with the Holy Ghost, excited to hear the words that she had to say. And I watched how people connected to those words, right? And that's really powerful when not only are you speaking and people hear and understand, but they connect with what you're saying, right? So for me, that was normal. And when I got out into, I guess, the real world and started talking to folks, I found out that this gave a lot of folks anxiety, right? Now today, even though people have called me a great speaker for most of my life, because that was the context I grew up with, now today I actually feel like a great speaker. So how'd that happen? Well, it might have been all the debates I was doing when I was a kid. In fact, I even debated a Canadian senator one time and I won, right? It might have been the drama, the acting. It might have been the spoken word poetry or stand-up comedy. I love any opportunity to get in front of a mic, but you know what it really was? The thing that really made a difference that now makes me feel like I'm a great speaker instead of just hearing it, it's the practice. The number one thing that you need to refine this skill, to build a talent, to move not only minds but hearts, is practice. So our speaker program is really unique because not only are we giving hands-on instruction for developing these skills, this is the only program where you get practice, where there are opportunities built right in because of the nature of our business and all the opportunities that we provide in our network to practice speaking. And when you're tuned into developing that skill, when you're paying close attention, you get your 10,000 hours in really quickly. So if you want to approach the skill, if you want to enhance it, if you want to be somebody who moves hearts and minds, then I think this is an excellent opportunity for anybody, whether you're starting from scratch or you're starting in a place where you're very confident already. We know what the next steps are, and we're very excited to walk that path with you. What do you think, Carrie? Is that a decent enough
that's
synopsis?
awesome. I think that sums it up. Does anybody have any closing remarks or things that they just want, something they just want to get off their chest that, this is in a way that this has rocked you? Just wave at me and I'll see if you've got any closing remarks. Okay, Mikkel, you're up. Valerie, you're on deck. Okay.
Join CIBN. Nothing else needs to be said. Join CIBN. That's it.
Awesome. Valerie, what about you? What do you think?
I guess I don't need to say anything. Mikkel just said it. Yes, it's a great opportunity to get your practice and get exposure to a bigger audience than what you just have by yourself.
Awesome. Wendy, you had a closing thought?
Yeah, I have a quote from a good friend of mine. And this is the quote: connections give you growth. Training gives you confidence. Speaking gives you influence. And he said, CIBN, get you all three.
I believe someone like Mikkel Hancock said that. Awesome. Well, you know what? Join CIBN. You go to CIBNConnect.com and, find the membership button, join the network. Right now, we're really talking about the speakers level because that's when you get to speak. And there is an offer up right now. There's a special offer, but it's always a good deal to join CIBN at the speakers level. So we're happy everybody is here. I'll get everybody to unmute. How do we end every meeting, guys? Can we do that together? Let's surprise them. This is how we end every meeting at CIBN. All together. 1, 2, 3. Happy capitalism. We'll see you soon in an upcoming meeting.